right, and it's over to our next segment, WION Newsroom. And joining me here from the newsroom is Adhya Juneja, getting us all the insights from business, Nikita Singh giving us the buzz from the tech world, and Vidul Kathuria will get us all the updates from the world of sports. Let's begin with the business updates. Adhya, over to you for the markets.
Well, thank you, Shivan. While global markets opened the week on a jittery note, Indian stocks climbed to fresh record highs, building on the six-quarter high GDP growth. But what's not rallying is crypto. Now, Bitcoin briefly plunged below $86,000, wiping out an entire week's gains in minutes. The sudden sell-off triggered $400 million in liquidations within just 1 hour, reflecting how leveraged the market had become. Trading volume spiked above $110 billion as retail and institutional investors rushed to reposition. Analysts attribute the drop to thin weekend liquidity and record high leverage rather than any fundamental shock. Patterns resembled bearish cycles, with some warning that a break below $80,000 could trigger deeper losses. Others argue Bitcoin remains structurally strong, still commanding 57% market dominance. Moving on, fresh readings showed manufacturing weakness across Asia in November. Now, China slipped back into contraction with output at a 4-month low as high inventories and deflationary pressures persisted. Japan extended its downturn to 2.5 years amid weak global orders and cautious corporate spending. South Korea and Taiwan also reported contracting activity. But Southeast Asia remained an outperformer, with Indonesia and Vietnam logging brisk factory growth and Malaysia returned to expansion. And the slowdown is spilling into another major segment. Now, China's struggling property market. The country's housing crisis took another turn as 2 major private data agencies skipped releasing their monthly home sales number from the top 100 developers. The move comes after China Vanke, one of the sector's strongest players, sought to delay a local bond repayment, raising fresh stress signals. Analysts warn the missing data likely masks steeper declines. In the month of October, new home sales among top developers were already down 41.9% from a year earlier. Global banks expect the slump to continue, with UBS forecasting 2 more years of falling prices. But amid regional uncertainty, one bright spot came from South Korea's export engine. Now, South Korea posted a strong export rebound in November, with shipments beating expectations. Semiconductor exports surged 38.5% to a record, driven by booming demand for advanced chips used in data centers. Auto exports also jumped 13.7%, helped by clarity after a finalized US trade deal eased tariff concerns. The strong numbers helped deliver a $9.7 billion trade surplus, reinforcing South Korea's status as a bellwether of global tech demand. Well, that's a wrap from the world of business. Now for all the tech updates, it's over to you, Nikita.
Well, thanks so much, Adhya. First up, South Korean e-commerce giant Coupang has apologized after a major data breach exposed personal information of 32.7 million users through unauthorized data access. Now, the breach exposed customers' names, email addresses, phone numbers, shipping addresses and certain order histories, but not payment details or login credentials, Coupang said. The unauthorized access of personal information was believed to have started on June 24th through overseas servers. The company says it detected the breach on November 18th, reported it to authorities and is now working with law enforcement and regulators. Next up, the Australian Securities Exchange or ASX announcements platform went down on Monday, forcing trading halls on companies set to release price-sensitive information. Now, the ASX says trading and settlement are not affected, but the outage adds to a series of performance issues criticized by Australian authorities, Securities and Investment Commission, and the Reserve Bank of Australia. The outage comes after CME Group, the world's largest exchange operator, on Friday suffered one of its longest outages in years, halting trading across stocks, bonds, commodities and currencies. According to a German newspaper, Handelsblatt, Deutsche Telekom and the Schwarz Group are planning to jointly build a gigafactory for artificial intelligence An AI gigafactory is a facility designed specifically to support the massive computing needs of AI. Now, the German newspaper said that the German-based telecom giant and unlisted retailer Schwarz are in talks to apply for the large data centers funded by the European Union. The European Commission this year unveiled plans to provide $20 billion in funding to construct AI data centers to catch up with the US and China. Well, that's it from the world of tech. Now, my colleague Vidur will be taking you through some sports updates across the globe. Over to you, Vidur.
Well, thanks a lot, Nikita. Reigning world champion Max Verstappen won the Qatar Grand Prix to take the Formula One title battle with McLaren's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri to a season-ending showdown in Abu Dhabi next weekend. Verstappen's 7th victory of the season took his points tally to 396. He is now 12 points behind Norris, who finished 4th in the race. Despite a second-place finish, Australian Piastri dropped to 3rd overall with 392 points. In cricket, Virat Kohli has ruled out returning to Test or T20 internationals after his brilliant century guided India to a 17-run win over South Africa. The 37-year-old rolled back the years on Sunday as he scored 135 runs from 120 balls. He also hit 7 sixes and 11 boundaries during his 52nd ODI 100. Kohli only plays in the 50-over format at international level and says he will continue to do so. The former India captain also said that most of his preparation now is mental rather than necessarily on the field. In football, Premier League leaders Arsenal missed a chance to extend their lead at the top of the table to 7 points after being held to a 1-1 draw by London rivals Chelsea. The Blues were able to hold on for a point despite playing more than half of the match with 10 men. Moises Caicedo was sent off for Chelsea, but they still took the lead through Trevor Chalobah. However, Arsenal equalised when Mikel Merino headed in Bukayo Saka's cross. Arsenal are now 5 points ahead of second-placed Manchester City, while Chelsea are third, 1 point behind Pep Guardiola's side. In basketball, the Los Angeles Lakers continued their fine form by beating the New Orleans Pelicans 133-121 on Sunday. Luka Doncic starred for the Lakers again in the absence of LeBron James, who missed the game with a foot injury. Doncic scored 20 of his 34 points in the first quarter, while Austin Reeves added 33 points and 8 assists for the Lakers. That's all from the world of sport. It's back to you, Shivan.
Thanks so much, Vidur, for getting us the latest on sports. And of course, also thank you to Adya and Nikita for getting us those updates from tech and business. That's a wrap on the WION Newsroom. And that's also a wrap on this bulletin. Short break now. Stay with us.